the news, President Tinubu swears in General Christopher Musa as the new Minister of Defense. Kogi Governor Ododo presents over 820 billion naira 2026 budget of shared prosperity to the State Assembly. 250 physically challenged persons get 200,000 naira each from Nigerian First Lady Oluremi Tinubu. And Commissioner of Police Naziru Bello Kankarufi roll out festive season strategic security measures, reaffirm ban on fireworks. Snowy search resumes for teen missing in Romania. Hello and welcome to Weekend Pulse, your trusted window into the major stories, trends and voices shaping our world. On Malachite TV, we bring you the stories that matter, from politics to people, from business to entertainment, and everything happening in and around Kogi and across the nation. I'm Avoy Nwogu. Thanks for joining us. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sworn in General Christopher Mustafa retired as the new Minister of Defense. Correspondent reports that the retired general took his oath of office as Nigeria's new defense minister on Thursday, 4th December at the presidential villa. This was disclosed in a post on social media by President Tinubu's special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga. In attendance are Justice Kumayi Bayang Akaz, retired, Senate Leader Okpeyemi Bamidele, Chief of Defense Staff General Olufemi Oluyede, Mrs. Lillian Ogogo Musa, Senate President Godswill Akpabio, National Security Advisor Malam Nuhu Ribadu, and Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto Matthew Hassan Kuka. Recalls that the Senate on Wednesday confirmed General Christopher Mustafa retired as the new Minister of Defense for Nigeria. Musa was confirmed by the lawmakers after about 5 hours of grilling, questioning and interrogations by members of the upper legislative chamber. It will be recalled that President Tinubu had nominated Musa for appointment as a replacement for Mohamed Badaru Abubakar, who resigned from the position based on health grounds. During his screening, Musa pledged to carry out a zero-tolerance policy on banditry and terrorism once he assumes office. He assured senators that he would deploy firm and decisive strategies to confront the country's security threats. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has presented a budget of over 820 billion naira to the State House of Assembly for consideration and approval. The 2026 budget represented an increase of over 215 billion naira, which amounts to 35.7% of the 2025 budget of over 604 billion naira. The governor gave the breakdown during his presentation before the State House of Assembly members in Lokoja. He tagged it the budget of shared prosperity, driving sustainable growth for all. Our reporter, Faith Adike, has more.
The budget estimate comprised 367.4 billion naira in recurrent expenditure and over 453 billion naira in capital expenditure. Governor Ododo noted that the 2026 budget, titled Budget of Shared Prosperity, Driving Sustainable Growth for All, was designed to achieve enhanced revenue mobilization, enforce expenditure discipline, and deepen strategic investment in growth sectors.
We have therefore crafted the 2026 draft budget to further advance our vision of shared prosperity and sustainable growth. The 2026 economic outlook. Our economic outlook for 2026 focuses on improving household welfare, expanding production capacity, and strengthening enterprise growth. Household consumption expected to rise by 8.4% due to higher rural incomes and increased agro-processing activities. Agricultural output projected to grow by 6.2%, driven by input subsidies, irrigation expansion, and improved rural infrastructure. Industrial growth estimated at 4.7%, with priorities in cement, steel, agro-processing, and cottage industries. SME contribution to GDP targeted to increase from 24% to 27% through expanded financing and enterprise support scheme. Employment creation: over 250,000 jobs projected through capital projects, agricultural programs, and MSME interventions.
Other objectives of the budget were read out by the governor.
The draft budget emphasizes realistic revenue projections, strengthening internally generated revenue, recovery of outstanding federal government debts, and prudent fiscal management anchored on efficiency, transparency, and accountability. The 2026 budget consolidates ongoing projects and introduces high-impact initiatives that support long-term growth. We will continue to attract private investment while enforcing financial discipline across all sectors.
He noted that the objectives will support economic growth, reduce financial pressure, and create a more competitive business environment.
Our fiscal proposal is titled Budget of Shared Prosperity, Driving Sustainable Growth for All. This theme reflects our commitment to equitable development and inclusive governance. Mr. Speaker, sir, the 2026 budget is anchored on a balanced fiscal framework that prioritizes stability, efficiency, and transparency. Its key focuses areas include enhanced revenue mobilization, expenditure discipline, and strategic investment in growth-driving sectors. The budget aligns with our 32-year development plan to ensure policy coherence and sustainability. A legal framework for the plan is currently being finalized for legislative consideration.
Speaking further, Governor Dodo said the 2026 budget is more than a financial statement. It is a roadmap for inclusive growth, economic diversification, and shared prosperity.
Priority sectors include human capital development, empowering youth and women through skill development and innovation, education, expanding access and enhancing quality to build a globally competitive workforce, healthcare, improving access to quality care and strengthening health outcomes, infrastructure development, investing in transportation system, housing, and airport services to boost productivity, agriculture, deepening food security and agro-business expansion to drive job creation and reduce poverty, water resources and sanitation, expanding access to clean water and improved sanitation, revenue generation, enhancing IPR mechanisms to achieve greater fiscal independence, peace and security, sustaining a stable and secure environment necessary for economic growth and community harmony.
The summary of the budget was also mentioned.
The total 2026 draft budget package is 820 billion 490 million 585,443 naira only, compared to 604 billion 528,992,718 only in the 2025 revised budget, representing an increase of 215 billion 961,592,725 only, representing 35.7% increase. proposed 2026 budget has an estimated outlay as follows. The total estimated revenue, recurrent revenue for 2026 is 470 billion 008 million 482,693 naira only, comprising the following sources: internally generated revenue 43 billion 985 million 216,392 naira only, statutory allocation 70 billion naira only, withheld escrow 30% derivation 6 billion naira only, value added tax 90 billion naira, exchange gain 10 billion naira, excess non-oil revenue 4 billion naira, ecological fund 2 billion naira, electronic money transfer levy 6 billion naira, forex equalization mineral 3 billion naira, solid mineral revenue 1 billion 500 million naira, NLNG dividend 160 billion 336 million 270,062 naira only, state infrastructure and security fund 39 billion 186 million 996,239 naira only, signature bonus 20 billion, other fact distribution 14 billion.
Earlier, the Speaker of the Kogi State House of Assembly, Ali Umar Yusuf, commended the governor for his leadership style, while he appealed to him to support the legislature's efforts to computerize its operations. He also lamented the lack of qualified staffs in the assembly to meet the 200 maximum support personnel needed to provide optimal legislative services.
These deliberate actions have not only improved government service delivery, but have also contributed significantly to building stronger, more resilient institutions in Kogi State.
He applauded the governor for his unwavering commitment to physical discipline, infrastructure development, security and human capital investment across the state, adding that the notable strides recorded in healthcare, education, road infrastructure, agriculture and public financial management reflect the administration's vision of a stable, prosperous and inclusive Kogi State. The Speaker assured that the Assembly will continue to foster a harmonious executive-legislative relationship for sustaining good governance, strengthening institutions and deepening the dividends of democracy. He assured the governor that the lawmakers were ready to give the budget accelerated approval after due perusal.
The presentation of 2026 budget estimate provides the legislature with the opportunity to carefully evaluate the performance of year 2025 approved budget and assess priorities of government for the coming year and ensure they truly reflect the aspirations of our people. As always, this honorable house remains committed to a budget review process that is thorough, transparent, people-oriented, and development-driven. We assure Your Excellency of our readiness to give the budget legislative accelerated yet diligent consideration consistent with global best legislative practice.
He urged the political heads and accounting officers of ministries, departments and agencies to honor invitations by Standing Committee for Budget Appraisal and Defense, enabling the legislature to efficiently consider and deliberate on the appropriation bill. Faith Adike reporting for MSC TV.
The Kogi State government, under the leadership of Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, has marked the 10th memorial anniversary of the late former Governor Prince Abubakar Audu. Governor Ododo described the late leader as a colossus and an unforgettable phenomenon who governed with confidence and conviction. He noted that Prince Audu was a passionate advocate of development who loved the people of Kogi State deeply and remained a hero who nearly made it a hit trick of winning the confidence of the people. The governor made these remarks at the 10th Memorial Anniversary ceremony held at the Glass House Government House in Lokoja, the state capital. He also announced the naming of Ganaja Junction in honor of the late Prince Abubakar Audu. We now bring you more on these reports.
Next 4 years would witness an even more comprehensive transformation. Building on the foundation he had laid, Audu expanded his vision of making Kogi a mini United States, a confederation-style development where every community contributed its unique strengths.
The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, joined Kogi citizens in marking the 10th memorial anniversary of late Prince Abubakar Audu. Represented by the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, the President described the late Prince Abubakar Audu as the first democratically elected governor of Kogi State, as the visionary leader and a path founder who laid the foundation for the state's development and contributed to the stability of Nigeria's democracy.
As we remember Prince Abubakar Audu today, let us not only reflect on the past, but also let us recommit ourselves to the future that he has helped to envision. A future of a united, prosperous, and secure Nigeria where democracy delivers on its promise for all citizens. Prince Abubakar Audu's legacy is a challenge to all of us in leadership. It challenges us to be bold, to be visionary, and to be selfless in the service of our people. May his soul rest in peace, and may his family be comforted by the enduring and enduring legacy that he has left behind.
He commended Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo for sustaining the developmental strides of the late leader and assured the continued collaboration of federal government with Kogi State in delivering dividends of democracy.
Good governance is the greatest tribute you can pay to a hero that has long joined our ancestors. I urge you to continue on this path, and the federal government stands ready to partner with you to deliver even more dividends of democracy to the good people of Kogi State.
In a move to immortalize the late statesman, Governor Ododo announced the popular Ganaja Junction to Ganaja Roundabout, extending to the river band as Prince Abubakar Audu Boulevard with immediate effect.
In addition to the honor already bestowed on him through the renaming of our state university by my leader and predecessor, His Excellency Alhaji Yahya Bello, we are today taking another historic step to further immortalize this giant of our political history. Effective from today, 30th November 2025, the stretch of road from Ganaja Junction to Ganaja Roundabout to the river bank shall be named and known as the Prince Abubakar Audu Boulevard. This is a lasting tribute to a man who opened roads of opportunity for our people. In this regard, I hereby direct the Kogi State Town Planning Board and the Kogi State Signage and Advertisement Agency to work with the Kogi State Internal Revenue Service to install befitting signages within 1 week. Furthermore, the Ministry of Work is to commence immediate repairs of all potholes along the route and undertake the installation of street lights.
He described the late Prince Abubakar Audu as a generational investment, inciting the establishment of Kogi State University Anyangba, which has produced thousands of professionals across Nigeria and beyond. The governor urged citizens to uphold Audu's legacy by embracing unity, love, and progress.
What we are doing here today is not just a program. This is in recognition of what God has used him to do for us as a state. And of course, when a leader has served sincerely, he needs to be recognized. And today, we are appreciating him, we are recognizing him, we valued him. He's gone, but he lives with us. Let us also renew our faith in the ideals he lives for: unity, service, and progress. Let us build bridges of love across our differences, just like as he built physical bridges across our communities. Let us make his dream of a strong, prosperous, and united Kogi State our collective pursuit.
Other dignitaries, including Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senators George Akume, former governors Idris Wada and Yaya Bello, and legal luminary Chief Adebayo Kayode, Deputy Governor Joel Salifo, and others, paid grooming tributes and called for the preservation of his legacies.
A man who was never afraid to advise the governor. On 3 different occasions, I was with my permanent secretary, Robert Odu, then permanent secretary, Government House Administration. I was then under secretary, Government House, with the governor. So the governor wanted some money for some project which I would have felt was not budgeted for. I was not in any way going to promote the economic revival of Benue State. He stood his ground, he won. And that was not just one occasion, I said 2 other occasions. Audu contributed immensely to the development of Benue State. For respecting your predecessors, those coming behind you have already started showing you that respect.
There's a lot to say about him, but there's no time. I will just say a few words. He was an enigmatic leader. He was a colossus. He was an audacious leader. He was a very powerful personality. There is nowhere you are with Audu that you don't feel the impact of his personality.
Prince Abubakar Audu is our Zik, our Awolowo, and our Ahmadu Bello. The first executive governor of Kogi State. My first encounter with Prince Abubakar Audu was when I was in secondary school in GSS Suleja. That was his first coming as the executive governor. Prince Abubakar Audu made friends across board. That was where late Dr. Musa Inua graduated from. So they came and visited the school. The school was somehow in a dilapidated state that time. Both of them committed themselves to revamping the secondary school. That was when I started to tap from the anointment or the anointing of Prince Abubakar Audu. But after revamping the school, we were the first set that graduated with excellent results. So that was the first benefit I benefited from late Prince Abubakar Audu. Prince Abubakar Audu, we have all known and every speaker have said it, was a visionary. All that interests him is development. So whatever you see us doing today in Kogi State, we took it after late Prince Abubakar Audu.
His legacy is not just etched in the stone, it lives in the foundational institutions he established. We examine Kogi State University, KSU, now Prince Abubakar Audu University, and observe its commitment to intellectual growth. We look at the infrastructure, the roads, the hospitals, the government structures, and we see the physical manifestation of his visionary leadership. He was a trailblazer who believed that Kogi State deserved nothing other than the best.
We thank you immensely for preserving the legacy of our heroes past and for ensuring that the memory of the Prince of Niger continue to shine. I equally want to thank our supreme leader, the immediate past governor of Kogi State, His Excellency Alhaji Yahaya Adoza Bello, for his enduring support and consistent commitment to preserving the memory and ideals of our heroes past, and for also giving the state a worthy successor who is focused, diligent, pragmatic, and above all, his political sagacity can never be underestimated.
I started working with Prince Audu from the first day of his resumption in office in Kogi State as a governor. I was also, like the secretary to the government of Federation said, I also worked with him in Benue State. So this is somebody I have deep knowledge of. And I kept all his records. Most of his letters, personal letters, he minuted to me. Most of his speeches, I wrote them. And we often debate who is right, who is wrong. He was a very passionate teacher.
The Kogi State government have shocked me to my bones. They have done exceptionally well. I'd first of all like to thank the White Lion, former Governor Yabelo, because he named the university after him. Today, Your Excellency, the Chief Servant of the State, has named a street after him.
The ceremony also featured the unveiling of a book titled Prince Abubakar Audu, A Legacy of Visionary Leadership, alongside the inauguration of officials of the Prince Abubakar Audu Leadership Foundation.
Sustainable development requires institutional rather than personal approach. This collection showcases Prince Audu's literary skill, blending precise detail with inspiring vision. His famous quote, "Leadership is not about power, but about lives you touch and the legacies you leave behind," exemplifies philosophical depth that elevated political discourse.
We're trying to unveil what kind of leadership Prince Audu espoused. And we want to see how this can impact the younger generation leaders. So this document is very, very important. It's a book born out of 30-something years of 24 years of experience. So I will call the governor of the state to lead.
So by the power conferred on me, I hereby inaugurate this Board of Trustees of Prince Abubakar Audu Leadership Foundation for leadership, integrity, and service to their people as enshrined and vision by our late leader. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
Speaking on behalf of the family, the Minister of State Development, Prince Shuaibu Audu, expressed gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Kogi State government, and thanked dignitaries for honoring a man dedicated to public service.
Today marks 10 years, an entire decade, since the passing of the man whose name, vision, and legacy remain deeply woven into the political, social, and developmental fabric of Kogi State and Nigeria at large. On behalf of the Audu family, I stand before you here to express our profound gratitude for your presence at this 10th Memorial Anniversary celebration and book presentation organized in honor of our beloved father, leader, and mentor.
It's Adike reporting for MSCTV.
Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo announced automatic employment to the overall best graduating students in each of the faculty of the Confluence University of Science and Technology, COSTECH, Osara, Kogi Central of the state. Governor Ododo made his pronouncements during the maiden combined convocation ceremony where a total of 266 students graduated across the 2023-2024 and 2024-2025 academic sessions. A reporter who was at the ceremony head at the institution's main campus filed the report.
Over 200 students graduated with excellent results, making their entrance into the labor market as qualified professionals. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo described the convocation as testimony of vision, faith and continuity, noting that what was once seen as a distant dream has become a reality through the commitment of the founder, the immediate past Governor Yahaya Bello.
This convocation is a testimony of faith, vision, and continuity. When the idea of the Conference University of Science and Technology, OSARA, was first conceived, some thought it was a distant dream. But His Excellency, my own leader, my own mentor, and a father to all, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, CON, the pathfinder of modern Kogi, believe it was possible. He put his vision, the resources of the state, and his will behind it. Today, that dream stands tall and dignified in academic glory.
Governor Ododo confirmed that government investment in the university are already yielding positive results and reiterated his administration's commitment to raising the institution to a higher standard.
In the last 21 months, we have invested massively to make this great university not only a citadel of learning, but also a model of beauty, security, and functionality. We have sustained the massive investment in the future of our children, which was started by His Excellency Alhaji Yahaya Bello, CON. One of our proudest moments as a government is the successful accreditation of the MBBS program of this great institution. This is a landmark achievement, and we are particularly delighted that the Coastal Teaching Hospital Okene was designed and built to serve this purpose.
He expressed satisfaction with students' performance and assured job opportunities for the best graduating students.
I am pleased to grant automatic employment to the best graduating students in each faculty. Your hard work deserves recognition, and we are proud of you.
Former governor and the founder of COSTECH, Yahaya Bello, commended the governor for his leadership style.
He's not only consolidating and building on the foundation, but where even the foundation is faulty, he is strengthening and reinforcing and even expanding the foundation so that the superstructure that he is already building on top will be celebrated.
The Chancellor, His Royal Highness Barrister Anthony Jose Abumeri, and the Vice Chancellor, Professor Abdurrahman Salawu, commended the state government and revealed that the university now runs over 50 approved programs across several faculties with pioneer graduates in science and technology related courses.
COSTECH today, a flourishing academic community. Through missionary leadership, strategic program developed, and government support, Kogi State grown into a robust academic institution, boasting 56 NUC approved programs.
Speaking on behalf of the graduating students, Omachono Shedrack thanked the institution for providing an enabling learning environment.
As we reflect on our journey, we have learned invaluable lessons that extend beyond the classroom. We now understand the importance of perseverance, teamwork, and adaptability. We have now grown not only as an individual, but also as a community, supporting each other through thick and thin. These lessons, I believe, will always remain in us forever, guiding us as we navigate through the challenges of life.
Dodo pointed out that his administration inherited the dream and vision of the immediate past governor Yaya Bello to build a world-class science and technology institution to create more opportunities and as well as empower the youth with knowledge and skills required to strive in a rapidly changing world. Top government officials, lawmakers and traditional rulers from within Kogi and Edo states were among the dignitaries who witnessed the occasion. From Osara, Faith Adike reporting for Mercy TV.
Kogi State First Lady and wife of the governor, Sefinat Usman Ododo, has called on youths across the state to embrace responsible use of information and communication technology, including digital platforms, as tools for promoting positive values in society. The First Lady made the call in Lokoja during the sensitization program held at the Government House, Lokoja, to commemorate 2025 International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girls and 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. She said the celebration was part of the Kogi government's efforts to strengthen the campaign against violence targeted women and girls in the state. Let's join Faith Adike for more.
Earlier, the Kogi State First Lady Sefinat Ododo led a walk on the streets of Lokoja, the state capital, to mark the day in collaboration with different civil societies. It was to commemorate the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girls, with the theme Unite to End Digital Violence Against All Women and Girls. Sefinat used the question to urge women and girls to use digital platforms wisely and say no to digital violence.
I stand here to affirm that online violence is a real violence, and you cannot be silent over it in Kogi State. We must call our children to teach them and the young people to use technology wisely.
She emphasized the need to build a society where every woman, online and offline, will be safe.
Let us raise our voices, use our platform wisely, and stand together. Say no to digital violence. We renew our commitment to end all forms of violence against women and children in Kogi State.
The Secretary to the Government of Kogi State, Falashade Arike Ayo Ade, PhD, said the fight against violence against women was a collective one and that every stakeholder must play a role in making the society safe for women and girls.
Enough is enough. The women are to protect them. The women are their mothers, and they are not to do any form of violence against their mothers. And the women of Kogi State, we are all united, and we are saying no to violence against women and girls.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs, Acharu Oponachi, in her remarks, said her ministry will work closely with other stakeholders to ensure that women and girls are protected from all forms of violence.
Any woman should not allow to be intimidated in the society. We should maintain our stand in any relationship we are keeping, and we should watch out to our children, our dear children, how they move about in their schools, in the business places, everywhere, anyhow, or how they make their friends with the female ones and the male ones. We should make sure we monitor them.
Other speakers at the event noted that online violence was a pervasive problem and that it was essential to break the silence and speak out against it.
I thank our Mommy General, Her Excellency, Hajia Sefinat Usman Ododo, the First Lady of Kogi State, for leading us in this very important program. It is a proof that she wants a better life for the women and girls of Kogi State. Together, we can build a safer society and environment for all the women and girls in Kogi State.
You need to know your child, whether a boy or a girl. Know their attitude. By the time they come home, you see changes. Please ask them what happened. And when they want to talk to you, listen, because most parents don't listen, especially when it has to do with relatives. You say, no, this uncle cannot do this. Shut up, it's your uncle. Don't say lies. They are not lying. Please listen to your child. Listen to them. Because that person you think is close to you cannot do it. We take advantage and do it.
Because the internet spreads information quickly, false rumors, leaked photos, or abusive posts can damage a girl's or a woman's reputation, affect how others treat her, lead to social isolation, cause long-term harm to education or career opportunities. What goes online often stays online forever. Educational and career impact. Many victims feel unsafe or embarrassed to participate online. This can lead to a dropping out of online classes, avoiding digital platforms used for school or work, reduced academic performance, lost job opportunities due to harassment or stress. Women in professional spaces, particularly journalists or activists, may face attacks on their voices, discouraging them from engaging in public participation. We have been part of community GBV sensitization efforts in Second Norman, Adankolo, and we have plans to extend this effort to all local governments, subject to the availability of funds.
It was 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which commenced on November 25th and runs until December 10th. Faith Adike reporting for MSC TV.
Kogi Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has assured the people of Okunland in the state of its administration's commitment to ridding the area of bandits and other criminals. He gave the assurance when the national leadership of the Okun Development Association, ODA, led stakeholders on a courtesy visit to the governor in the government house, Lokoja. He also pledged to support the Okun Security Trust Fund, an initiative of ODA to enhance community policing in the area. He tasked appointees of the government to work together with the Okun Development Association, feel the pulse of their people, and contribute to the development of the area. Our reporter tells us more.
While commending the leadership of Okun Development Association for their relentless sacrifice for the people, Governor Ododo said he will make a distinct mark in Okun land in the course of his administration. He vowed to sustain ongoing onslaught against bandits across Kogi State.
As far as this country is concerned, and by extension in Africa, Kogi State has the highest mineral deposit as far as this country is concerned, be it gold, be it solid limestone, be it lithium, coal, and even oil and gas. We have it here in Kogi State, but we have been so divided using ethnicity, religious line, and of course, politics. We now said enough is enough. It is high time we see reason to come together to fight for this common gift that God has given us, hence the presence of these criminals. And we have deliberated and we have further resolved that we are not going to bow to criminals.
The President General of Okun Development Association, ODA, the President General of Okun Development Association, Ambassador Rotimi Akensin, said insecurity has assumed a frightening dimension in Okun land. He, however, commended the Governor Ododo-led administration for the recent breakthroughs and initiatives recorded in Okun land, especially the recruitment of additional vigilantes to complement conventional security apparatus.
Today, we are conferring on you the title of Grand Patron of Okun Development Association.
He said the Okun Security Trust Fund seeks partnership with the Kogi State government to empower and enable community development associations in the area to put structures in place that will help them explore result-oriented collaborations between conventional and non-conventional security systems. The Okun Development Association called on Kogi State government to formulate an executive framework to regulate activities in the state in a manner that will ensure sustainability of the environment as regards the ecosystem of the state. On the state of infrastructure and economy, the Okun Development Association President General said, the roads linking Okun land to Ekiti, Ondo and Kwara states, though federal roads, have been in a very bad state for many years, with a bandwagon negative effect on trading activities, the economy and security. He therefore appealed to the governor to take further steps in addressing the menace through appropriate government intervention or private partnership. The State Security Advisor, Jerry Omadara, called on the people of Okun land to separate security issues from politics. He urged the people to show more than passing interest in the abundant natural resources Okun land is endowed with. Chairman Oku Area Traditional Council, His Royal Majesty Oba Solomon Dele Owoni, commended Governor Ododo for his sustained fight against banditry in the area. Oba Owoni said it is unfortunate that some indigenes are conniving with criminals to perpetuate crime in the land. The monarch, however, called on the state government to remain steadfast in its commitment to rid Okun land of bandits and other criminals. In the entourage of Obaro of Kaba are first-class monarchs, including the Olujumu of Ijumu, Oba William Olusegun Ayeni, Olu of Oworo, Mohammed Adoga Bayerohe, and the Elulu of Mopa, Oba Muyiwa Ibeun. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
Kogi West political, traditional, and community leaders have endorsed Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo for a second term in 2027 after a major leadership and security summit held in Kaba. The stakeholders also demanded a stronger security framework across the district. Guest Speaker Emeritus Professor Olu Obafemi examined the history and ongoing dynamics of power leadership struggles in the state, with emphasis on the political trajectory of Kogi West in a topic titled Kogi West Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. In the communique issues at the end of the summit, participants emphasized that unity, cooperation, and strategic engagement are central to the district's long-term political aspiration. The meeting drew a broad spectrum of participants, including traditional rulers, academics, political figures, youth leaders, and women's groups. Leading the array of traditional rulers in the district to the event was the Reverend Oba Dr. Solomon Dele Owoni, the Obaro of Kaba, and chairman of the Okun Area Traditional Council, covering the entire 5 local government areas of Okun land, including the Oworo people of Lokoja local government area. The leaders also honored the contribution of Kogi's founding political figures, including Chief Sunday Awoniyi, Senator Tunde Ogbeha, and Senator Amadu Ali, describing them as pillars who shaped the state development. Governor Ododo's administrations received strong commendation for what participants described as significant progress in infrastructure and governance across all senatorial districts. The communique noted that his developmental stride had changed the physical landscape of Kogi State and brought succor to the citizenry. They also praised his support for enhancing security, urging further assistance to intelligence networks to cope emerging threats. The summit concluded that Ododo deserves continuity in office come 2027 and formally endorsed him for re-election. Looking ahead, the leaders insisted that Kogi West must produce the governor in 2031 after Ododo's potential second term. They said the district had waited patiently for 36 years to occupy the Lugard House and should now be rewarded unconditionally with the state leadership after the second term of the incumbent governor in 2031. Recent divisive political comments circulating in the state, describing them as self-serving and harmful to peaceful coexistence. They urge political actors to promote unity rather than inflame tension. We'll go on a short break. Please stay with us.
TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV.
Welcome back. The Women in Agriculture Cooperative Federation, WIACF, has marked its 16th anniversary with a series of empowerment programs for widows and the vulnerable across the 3 senatorial districts of Kogi State, including the training of over 50 widows in cosmetology. The national president, Dr. Audu Esther Destiny, charged members to take full advantage of the support programs provided by partners in collaboration with WIACF. The collaboration bodies May Trade and Aquila made public their impacts and commitments at the venue of the event, Muhammadu Buhari Civic Center, Lokoja, Kogi State. The Chief Vision Officer of the May Trades MPCS Limited, Benjamin Aduli, launched a revolving loan scheme for 200 women with 1 million naira allocated to each beneficiary. He also announced the provision of 10,000 hectares of land for rice farming with already established off-takers for the produce. They assured WIACF of their full support. Our reporter has more.
Women from across Kogi State 21 local government areas converge on day one at the State Cooperative Secretariat in collaboration with the End Time Women Champions Foundation to train over 50 widows and vulnerable women on the production and packaging of liquid soap, Aiza, shampoo, and Dettol.
To do an ordinary shampoo, I will stop here. If you want to do an ordinary shampoo, the difference between ordinary, now this one, when I say now 4, they combine to be 1. And I say now I go make it.
It was also characterized by a talk show.
I was a widowhood since 1991, March 4, with 5 children. My firstborn was at Tafa Balewa University, 4th year, and my husband before. God has been helping me since that day till today. All were married.
Husband, today, today making it 11 years. Whether I have in-law or people, but there is one person that used to help us. He's his friend in the place of work. Every time he will come, he will ask, how are you doing? How are you feeling? You will do one thing or the other. So that's how I started pushing on. I'm doing small little things. Do. When you go there, when you come to my area, say, where is that woman selling charcoal? And God has made it for me that people, at times, everybody will not have charcoal, but we have.
I'm advising with the widows now, we should just put our head together and learn what they want to teach us, so that if we execute it, definitely we are going to have it. Because anything you put in the market, anything you sell, if there's God, they are going to buy it.
Knowledge sharing on how to plant yellow potatoes.
The reason we want to empower you on this, there's a reason, so that money can always come to your hand. Like I said earlier, don't worry about buyers. Buyers are on ground. All they just need for you to plant this thing, grow it, you get the seed. Get to us, we'll buy it. Is that not good? Don't take it for granted. Don't go and play with it. If I've taken it for granted, the day I was given just a rope like this, I will not have these vines that I'm having here today.
And the distribution of food items to the widow. Members of the Kogi Unity Movement were present to witness the activities led by the national president Sani Musa on day 1 and 2. The peak of the occasion was the gathering of over 500 women at the Muhammadu Buhari Civic Center. The chief launcher, CVO Benjamin Aduli, officially unveiled 5 key projects of the Women in Agriculture Cooperative Foundation, WIFE, with promising prospects for expansion.
Cutlass and hoe farming. No. We will provide tractors for each of these farmers to use to farm. We will also provide the satellite connection that will be monitoring this farm, so that when we provide the organic fertilizer that we use for this farm, we'll be sure that this fertilizer will be used for the farm. Also, one of our partners called CICEL will be providing the irrigation equipment to provide water for the farm.
Benjamin further analyzed how his cooperative society would provide hectares of land for rice farming, processing, and marketing.
But this is the most important part now I want to talk now, is that all the rice farmed in these 10,000 hectares of farmland, now we go buy them. We go buy them from the farmer, take them to our rice mill, where we will process the rice into finished products. Then we will sell it back to our members.
On the rice mining machines secured by WIFE across the local government areas, the May Trade Boss pledged to partner with them to ensure success. In addition, CVO Benjamin provided a soft loan cup card scheme with 1 million naira credit facilities for 200 women who are ready to start and manage small businesses. The condition is that the loans must be repaid monthly with little or no interest to expand their number of beneficiaries.
This card you are seeing in my hand now is called My School Credit Card. This card is a 1 million naira card. It is a credit card designed to help us for emergency loan. There is no interest on it, it's interest free. And today we are launching this card by issuing this card for the first 200 members that Women in Agric will submit to us.
Addressing the people, the founder and CEO of Aquila Cooperative Society Limited also assured the vulnerable women of our commitment to ensuring their exposure to financial freedom through small and medium-scale enterprises.
WIFE have been empowering women for years, and today we are celebrating the 16 years of what they have been doing. As I said before, empowering women means empowering the whole nation, and the only thing we can do is to support this initiative as much as possible and make sure that every single woman gets the need to be able to do what they are capable of and what they can give to the nation.
Earlier, the chairman of the occasion and group managing director of SANIF Integrated Group of Companies International, Abdullahi Ubeida, commended the impactful achievement of WIFE over the past 16 years in empowering women across the state. He urged the president to continue expanding the organization's reach, promising that SANIF Companies would provide farmland and partner with the cooperative rice mill factory.
To set up an organization and celebrating successful 16 years of existence. And not just celebrating their existence, also celebrating achievements. And also in addition, look at the foreign partners that she has succeeded in bringing to the States today. And also the rice mill. This is what we want our people to be part of, to encourage, to contribute to their culture, because the government cannot do it alone. In fact, it's a wonderful event, and with the promises of people that are here today, some interested investors, I think by this time next year, with their efforts, Kogi will be in another page, positively.
Representatives of the Kogi State Commissioner for Commerce and Industry and Agriculture commended Dr. Esther Audu for her remarkable achievements over the years and assured that their ministries would play greater roles henceforth in building a richer and better society.
Though the time has not reached, but I want to pledge for the launch of the 10th project.
We congratulate the Women in Agriculture Federation on the 16th anniversary of the launching of the program magazine. Your efforts in empowering women, expanding productivity, food security in Kogi State are highly commendable. The initiative we are celebrating today is a reflection of your hard work and commitment to the growth and the innovation and food security in our land today. And the Commissioner, the entire management of Ministry of Agriculture assured you here today that we are behind you to support you in all areas of agricultural transformation agenda.
The President, Kogi State Cooperative Federation of Nigeria, who doubles as the Onobobanyi of Ibirel in Lokoja, His Royal Highness Mohammed Ogirima Otwe, commended the women in agric and what the convener is doing to ensure better results.
The leadership of Dr. Esther Audu is so unimaginable. I have seen in her doing what some men cannot do in the cooperative sector. I've seen in her channeling the way for greater empowerment of women through agricultural produce in the state. I've seen in her creating the way as a pacesetter for women to take challenges by themselves and hold their destiny in their hands. I want to commend you seriously, Dr. Esther Audu. You are doing great, and we are very, very proud of you. Of the recent, within this last year, we commissioned an agent, the Zenith Group, to do our data capturing of all potential operators in the states. And I want to tell you that, sir, that's the assignment. The phase one has been completed and has been handed over, which very soon we are bringing to the ministry. Let me tell you that we are a cooperator in the state. Today, your name is captured. If you are a member of the Women in Agric under Dr. Esther Audu, your name is captured. Therefore, do not hesitate, don't be afraid that in anything coming as a benefit to the state, automatically your name will be located through that capture.
The Vice President and the Secretary of WIFE both expressed appreciation to the visionary founder, Dr. Esther Audu, for her relentless effort, contributions, and drive.
Yes, today I'm very, very happy. The leadership of Women Agriculture Cooperative Federation, which is growing today, is from Dr. Esther Audu. He has been trying a lot. Since 2009, when Abraham Idris giving us a license, concerning Sudan agriculture. Since then, he's not popped down. He's a strong woman, honest and honest. He's a trustworthy woman.
Professor Audu, as an award-winning man of God, that God has ordained to do this, to help widows, to help less privileged, to help others, to make sure that Kogi State is out of poverty, to alleviate poverty, not only in Kogi State, but in the whole Federation.
The husband of Dr. Esther, Pastor Audu, advised the women to remain focused.
My advice for them today is that God will continue to help them. Any little thing they see in this program, let them manage it. I know that something is going ahead of them, that they are going to achieve something reasonable.
In a vote of thanks, the convener, Dr. Esther Audu, thanked God for the support and accolades she had received over the years. She commended donor agencies and called on the state government and well-spirited Nigerians to always provide a conducive environment with moral and financial support to enable the organization to touch more lives.
Very good, because there was ups and downs, there was persecution, trials, here and there. It has been good. It has been good. Thank God every one of us will add what our partners said. They are ready to help us. If only we are ready to help ourselves. There are people, when you help them, whatever you ask them to do, they are not ready to do. Just like the coup card that they just gave me my own. If at the end of the day, maybe by tomorrow night, I decided to withdraw, maybe let's say 200,000 naira from the card, and I refuse to pay back, you know, others cannot benefit. That's what normally makes programs to fail.
She charged women to be prudent with every opportunity provided for them, stressing that financial freedom can only come when they do business diligently, repay their loans promptly, and position themselves for bigger opportunities to expand.
So I will beg every one of us, we should try. If this card gets to our hands, we should know that it's not to buy food and put for store and be cooking for our husbands. It's for business. That's why I said I cannot sign for any loan for anybody if you don't have anything that you are doing. By the special grace of God, 2026 is a year that we are going to count our blessings. But it's going to be for those that are serious. Because in any organization, there is rules and regulation that guide that organization. If they give you money, as they give me card today, the card is activated, and I spend the money, I refuse to pay back, the card will be blocked. I will not be able to get it again. And I also want to talk to especially those of us from the grassroots. We want to help you. We really want to help. There are many things going on in other states in terms of benefits in agriculture. We are not getting all those benefits. Why? Because we don't know how to channel it to ourselves. But thank God, look at this rice mill now. God has done it for us. All the local government areas that have benefited now, they are going to be serious and make sure that the one that is loan among in that project, they work it out and pay back, so that other local government area can also get a benefit.
Other participants and beneficiaries of the empowerment program expressed appreciation to the organization for its consistent support to women and the vulnerable in society.
Culture have organized.
What will you say to her? A word of appreciation.
Okay, word of appreciation to the organization. That the organization continue to grow more to a greater height, and for them to look at the less privileged and the widow. May God continue to uplift the organization and the.
In fact, I'm so excited of what I'm seeing today, and I know that I will, with what I learned here today, I know I can stand and proud of it. Because in fact, even what the sample then taught just now, when I got home, I will practicalize it and I will put it in market.
At least what we learned today concerning how to prepare liquid soap, how to prepare the toy, at least when I get to my state, I will still share it with other people so that we can pull us together to make production.
Highlights of the occasion are the exhibition of goods items, farm produce, processing and packaging.
It's rich in protein, good for people that have diabetes.
Use it for many things, like baking. All this flour they use to bake bread and other snacks.
Soya cake, it's made from soya. It's rich, 100% protein. It's rich.
The occasion also witnessed the cutting of the anniversary cake and group photographs to mark the day. I am Abiodun Sodiq reporting for MLC TV.
Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has commended the Igbo community in the state for demonstrating unity through their cultural celebration. He appreciated them for their unwavering support for his administration and for their participation in his election, noting that their confidence in his leadership further strengthens his vision of uniting all residents of the state. The governor gave the commendation during the event held at the Muhammadu Buhari Civic Center in Lokoja. Our reporter has more.
It was a colorful gathering of the Igbo people in Kogi State as they came out in their traditional attire to celebrate this year's Igbo Cultural Day. Women danced, cultural troops put up thrilling performances, while a march past and masquerade displays added to the vibrancy of the occasion. The excited governor of Kogi State, Ahmed Usman Ododo, who graced the event in an Igbo attire alongside his entourage, was welcomed with the traditional greeting, Igwe, and warm smiles from the crowd. The governor commended the organizers for promoting unity and cultural heritage. He praised the Igbo community for their peaceful and harmonious relationship with other ethnic groups in the state. According to him, the Igbo people are well known for their entrepreneurial spirit and commitment to development. He assured them of his administration's continued support, enabling their businesses to thrive without fear of insecurity or intimidation.
The Igbo community in Kogi State has been a pillar of unity, industry, and progress.
Governor Ododo congratulated the Igbo community on their special day and thanked them for their support during the last election. He assured them of his administration's resolve to continue building a better and more inclusive Kogi State.
Thank you once more for the strong support you gave my administration from the very beginning. You believe in our vision. You participated actively in the democratic process, and you have continued to stand by us. We have strengthened infrastructural development, improving roads, public facilities, and essential services to boost commerce and ease movement, benefiting traders and businesses, including many owned by the Igbo communities. We have enhanced security and community safety, working closely with security agencies and local leaders to ensure a more peaceful environment where businesses can thrive.
He further expressed profound gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his efforts towards building a more prosperous Nigeria. Governor Ododo also expressed his appreciation to the Kogi State Director General of Research and Development, Barrister Moses Okeze Okafor, describing him as a man of integrity, professionalism, and total commitment to the success of his administration. In his address, the Kogi State Director General of Research and Development, Barrister Moses Okeze Okafor, urged the Igbo people to reflect on their journey within Nigeria and continue to contribute positively to national development. He further advised the Igbo community to sustain their support for Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 2027 elections.
This is an administration that has shown uncommon support and love for the Igbo community. Not just now, starting from all the way back to the days of former Governor Yahaya Bello, including Mr. President. They have supported us, and seriously speaking, we owe them support, and that is what we promised them today. And when we give our word, we stand by that word. Governor Ododo for 2027, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu for 2027.
Also speaking at the event, the President General of the Igbo Community Association, Lokoja, Mr. Sunday Solomon Nwachukwu, highlighted the significance of the Igbo Cultural Day celebration. He described it as a symbol of their identity, traditions, and values, and a time for unity and stronger bonding among the people. Nwachukwu appealed to the government and the general public for support towards renovating and transforming the Igbo Community Hall into an ultra-modern facility. It was indeed a memorable and remarkable celebration for the Igbo people in Kogi State. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
Nigerian First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu, through the program Renewed Hope Initiative Economic Empowerment Program for Persons with Disabilities under the Renewed Hope Initiative Social Investment Program, has empowered 250 physically challenged individuals with 200,000 naira each. The program is launched across the country, 36 states, including the FCT, to mark International Day of Persons with Disabilities. At the event in Kogi State, the First Lady, wife of the Governor, Sefina Tododo, who delivered her speech, said over 9,000 will benefit. She said that according to the President of Nigeria, no individual must be left out because the program is for all inclusiveness and shared prosperity.
Hundreds of people living with disabilities rejoiced as each went home with 200,000 naira as a package from the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu. The Executive Secretary of the Kogi State Office of the Disability Affairs, Yakubu Abdul Hakim, appreciated the federal and state governments for their unprecedented efforts to carry them along.
This event made possible by gracious effort of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu CON, who has consistently demonstrated her commitment to the welfare of persons with disability in Nigeria. We also grateful to her Excellency Justice Usman Ododo, the First Lady of Kogi State, for representing her and championing this cause. The theme of this year, World Disability Day, fostering disability inclusive society for advancing social progress, resonates deeply with our mission to create a society that values and empowers persons with disability through the Renew Hope initiative.
He used the occasion to charge the community members to take the opportunity as another plus to improve their standard of living.
We appreciate the inclusive governor of Kogi State for appointing a person with disability to head our agency, Kogi State Office for Disability Affairs. This demonstration and commitment to inclusivity and equal opportunities to my fellow community members, which is Kogi State person with disability. I urge you all to see this opportunity to prove that we are capable of achieving great things with the support and the resources provided to us. Let us work together to show the world that the persons with disability are not defined by their disability, but by ability and potential.
Other speakers also commended the government's intervention in every stage of the economy, as well as ensuring the PWD family enjoys the dividends of democracy like other persons.
Today, here and now, we celebrate the talent, the dignity possessed by all the persons with disability in our community. Your inclusion in the governance is a right but not a privilege. Therefore, whatever little or much you get today, please make the best use of it and make it a better achievement in your life. On this note, I especially want to appreciate the First Lady of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for this giant stride. In collaboration with our dear mother, the State Coordinator for the Renewed Hope Initiative, Hajia Sefinat Usman Ododo, we love you so much. We sincerely want to say thank you for carrying us along. You are a mother, not just a mother, but a loving and a caring mother.
Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, represented by Kogi Governor's wife, Sefinat Ododo, declared 200,000 naira each to each member of the PWD community.
This is the gift
which is 200,000 naira from Her Excellency to support you people today.
Sefina said the Renewed Hope Initiative Economic Empowerment Program is also geared towards improving Nigerian citizens. She encouraged them to use the financial support judiciously and promised them better days ahead.
9,500 persons with disability across Nigeria will benefit from this program. We remain committed to do even more to uplift lives and bring hope to those in need. To all our beneficiaries, I encourage you to make good use of this opportunity. Let it be a seed that grows into something greater, a business that can sustain you and your family.
Beneficiaries promise to use the money to expand their businesses.
My name is Ologunja Shikebe.
Please listen now.
Local government, and I'm a computer operator. And I believe by receiving this money today, I'll be able to use it to achieve some of the that are lacking in my business, so that my business can be able to grow forward. And I also pray for the First Lady, Honorable Senator Oluremi Tinubu, and the First Lady of our state, Ajia Sefinat Usman Ododo, for giving us this privilege. And we pray that God, with infinite mercy, will always guide and protect you all.
Actually, I've been looking for a way to add turkey to my poultry because I rear broilers. But with this 200,000 naira, it's going to go a long way by helping me to add turkey to my poultry. God bless you.
I am a person with disability, but I am a core poultry farmer. And with this token in my hand, it can be multiplied into millions of naira. With this, by the grace of God Almighty, it will support my business, which is poultry business, and we would love to see when you will call us back again to come and showcase what this money has yielded in our life. Thank you.
Senator Oluremi Tinubu appreciated the President of Nigeria, Ahmed Tinubu, commended Kogi State Governor Ododo and wife Sefinat Ododo for running with the vision of Renewed Hope Initiative of Shared Prosperity. Report filed by Faith Adike. I am Khadijat, reporting for MLC TV.
Barrister Ayo Jonathan has submitted a copy of the petition over the request for the reinstatement of alleged suppressed constituencies in the state to Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo. He confirmed to the governor that the petitions had been submitted to the state INEC, and he expressed optimism that all suppressed constituencies across the state will be restored to guarantee equal representation in the Kogi State House of Assembly. Barrister Ayo made the declaration during a meeting held at the Government House Banquet Hall in Lokoja with the governor in attendance.
We are here on the basis that we came to submit a copy of our petition to the Executive Governor of Kogi State on the constitutional breach in the constitution of the Kogi State House of Assembly and a complaint on the suppressed constituencies in Kogi State. Same petition has been submitted to the state INEC, and we expect that the Kogi State government would also assist in ensuring that INEC restore these suppressed constituencies for us to have equal representation at the Kogi State House of Assembly. Before now, the Kababonu had Kaba 1 and 2. The Ijumu 2 had Ijumu 1 and 2. But as it is now, Ajaokuta Federal Constituency has just one House of Assembly, and which is ordinarily supposed to be 3 to 4 members of the House of Assembly. It then means that there's no equal representation of these constituencies at the House of Assembly.
In response, Governor Ododo commended the petitioners for considering a dialogue by presenting supporting documents rather than taking to the street in protest.
I sincerely appreciate you. We cannot be fighting ourselves, and I don't think there's need for us to go to courts.
Governor Dudu said that all materials submitted by the petitioners will be forwarded to the Attorney General of the state, a senior advocate of Nigeria, for verification and constitutional review. He appealed for patience, explaining that the legal team and the Attorney General need sufficient time to thoroughly examine the issues before the government reaches a final decision.
So please, I want to beg all of you to give us time. I know INEC will do justice to this. To give us time to go back to records. To give us time for me to have consultations with my legal team, led by the Attorney General, to look at the Constitution, to go back to record and check if actually such proceeding ever existed from our own State House of Assembly.
Reaffirming his commitment to unity and fairness, Governor Dudu expressed confidence that INEC will handle the matter with justice and due process.
Government will still invite you like this, tell you what we have discovered and our position, and of course, I know INEC will do justice to this.
The chairman of Kababunu local government area, Zacchaeus Dari,
and lawmakers
urged INEC to reinstate their constituencies, stressing that the request aligns with the current constitution and does not require any amendments.
In 1991-1992 assembly, Kaba has Kaba 1, Kaba 2, Ijumu 1, Ijumu 2, Yagba West 1, Yagba West 2, Koto 1, Koto 2. Mysteriously, he disappeared without anybody asking any question. What are the 3 years ago? It's a monumental injustice. Every villages and community deserve a voice where their future is being discussed. House of Assembly is the place where, development of every state, villages and community have been discussed. So when the people are unlawfully suppressed, then who brings their pains and agony, forward?
Your Excellency, in Adabi, it has been mentioned that we are east-west, but particularly in Okehi, we have had a missing round of Ehika state constituency. Maybe because Kuzak is from Ehima, so Ehima state constituency is existing, but Ehika, one of my sons, is not existing. Your Excellency, Okene is very large. We have 1 and 2. And by that provision of the Constitution, it is explicit that based on the population requirement of that federal constituency. So Okene 1 and 2 is not enough. That means we can go ahead to have Okene 1, Okene 2, and Okene 3. And finally, Your Excellency, because the man from Bassa is on his way from Bassa, he has asked me to stand in for him. In Bassa state constituency, we have a missing round, and that is 1. So that by the time you add all of these, we have 3 suppressed and ghosted state constituencies that were initially in the State House of Assembly.
Anchor 1 has 5 wards. The same thing you gave to Ajakuta and Cheyigero is what you have given to Anchor 1. So Anchor 1 will use his own for 5 wards. Anchor 2 will use his own for 7 wards. And Cheyigero Kababunu will use his own for 15 wards. Ajakuta will use his own for 14 wards. Your Excellency, this is what we have been facing. And like I said, that you are the bringer of goodness, of good things, the authority of Kogi State. You will bring this food to the good people of Kogi State. Thank you.
But actually come out to insist as a parliamentarian that the Constitution should be interpreted and be used as it is amended. I want to thank you people for this wonderful work. And I want to thank the members of the House of Assembly seated here. appreciate them to also have gone and key to this request, because we are lawmakers. We should be expected to make sure that the law is being implemented to letter. And I assure you of my support for this fight.
Section 91 of the Constitution as amended is simply saying is that the people of the Central and the West and the East Basa are being marginalized.
Governor Dudu praised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for appointing a seasoned, sound and legal expert as INEC chairman, noting that the petition will be reviewed strictly within constitutional provision. The Commissioner of Police, Kogi State Police Command, CP Naziru Bello Kankarufi, has reiterated the total ban on the sale, distribution and use of fireworks, knockouts, bangers and all categories of pyrotechnics across the state as the Christmas and New Year festivity approach. This directive, which remains fully in force, is aimed at preventing fire outbreak, injuries, security breaches, and other avoidable incidents commonly associated with the indiscriminate use of fireworks during the festive period. In a press statement made public by the Police Public Relations Officer, Kogi State Police Command, CSP William Ovi Aya, notes that the CP emphasized that any person or group found engaging in the sale, possession, or use of fireworks, whether in private residences, public spaces, markets, or event centers, will be arrested and prosecuted in accordance with the law. To ensure strict enforcement, the command will intensify patrols, surveillance activities, and targeted operations in all parts of the state. The CP calls on residents, traders, community leaders, and event organizers to adhere to this directive and cooperate fully with the police. He urges members of the public to remain vigilant and immediately report any illegal activities involving fireworks to the nearest police station or through the command's emergency contact line. 07038 329084. Again, 07038 329084. That is the line for you to contact. Now from our foreign desk, a rescue team has resumed a search for a teenager missing for more than a week in Romania mountains. It's George Smith, 18, a University of Bristol student from Screwsphere, has been missing in the Bosigi Mountains since 23rd November, according to Brazov Mountains Rescue. The teenager was reportedly hiking. The service stated 17 people reinstated the search in the Tiganesti Valley area on Thursday morning under conditions made difficult by a layer of fresh snow. Sebastian Marinisco from the service said that parallel efforts were being made together with the family to reconstruct as accurately as possible the routes taken by Smith. The search had been called off due to an avalanche risk. Marinisco said on Thursday that despite challenging weather conditions in recent days, rescuers decided to make a renewed effort. On Friday last week, the service said that according to data, Smith reached the Tiger Nesti area where he asked for support via an emergency number. And on entertainment, musician Teniola Akpata, better known as Tenny, has reacted to Two-Face Idibia's call for help on social media. Reports that in a short message posted on his Instagram story on Wednesday, Two-Face wrote, "Help me." It was the first time he was making a public comment since the controversy involving him and his wife, Edo State lawmaker Natasha Osawaru, began trending online. Reacting to the post, Tenny posted a video on Instagram calling on co-singers Timaya and Casey to intervene. Two-Face, my legend, we are coming to save you, she captioned the video. Two-Face's latest troubles reportedly started in the United Kingdom, where he and his wife were said to have had a heated exchange that allegedly attracted police intervention and led to the singer's brief arrest. The issue resurfaced during an Instagram live session with broadcaster Daddy Freeze, where the pair were seen again openly on camera. The incidents have fueled speculations about a growing crisis in the marriage, with fans expressing concern over the singer's well-being. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Odudu has paid a heartfelt condolence visit to the families of the victims of the tragic accident that occurred on Wednesday along the Lokoja-Okene Road, claiming 6 lives and leaving several others injured. The victims were returning from the commemoration of the 2025 International Day of Persons with Disabilities, hosted at the Government House, Lokoja. Describing the tragedy as a deeply painful moment for the entire state, Governor Odudu noted that the deceased were patriotic citizens who had come to participate in an event that celebrated inclusion, dignity, and equal opportunity for persons with disabilities. He said their passing represents a profound loss to Kogi State. During the visit, the governor met privately with each bereaved family, offering prayers, words of encouragement, and assurance of the government's unwavering support. He reaffirmed that the Kogi State government stands firmly with the grieving families and will continue to provide all necessary assistance, both now and in days ahead. Governor Odudu also restated his administration's commitment to ensuring the full recovery of the injured who are receiving treatment in various health facilities across the state. He directed the Ministry of Health and relevant emergency agencies to maintain close contact with the families and ensure that all medical, welfare, and psychosocial needs are promptly addressed. The governor further called on the people of Kogi State to unite in prayers for the peaceful repose of the souls of the departed and for the speedy recovery of the injured. Extend his deepest condolences to all the affected families and prays that God grants them the strength to bear this painful and irreparable loss. The First Lady of Kogi State, Sefinat Odudu, has expressed deep sorrow over the painful loss of citizens who died in a tragic road accident while returning from the World Disability Day commemoration in Lokoja on Wednesday, 3rd December 2025. In a statement by the First Lady's media office, she described the tragedy as a heartbreaking moment for the entire state and for her in particular, having shared common values and enjoyed the warmth of the company of many of those involved in the accident. Sefinat Odudu said her heart aches for the affected families, sharing in their grief and praying for strength in this dark and difficult period, noting that no words can fully comfort families who have been thrown into unexpected mourning by the unfortunate loss of their loved ones. The First Lady said the news of the fatalities came as a terrible shock, adding that every life lost is a loss to Kogi State, extending her prayers to those who sustained injuries and wishing them a swift recovery. Sefinat urged the bereaved families to take solace in the will of God, assuring them that they are not alone and that the entire state stands with them in solidarity and compassion in these difficult moments. She earnestly prayed that Almighty Allah grant the souls of the departed Al-Jannah Firdaus and grant their families the strength to bear this painful loss. Remember to continue to follow our updates, exclusive stories on all our social media handles at Malachite TV, YouTube, at MLC TV, Facebook, Twitter, Thread, Instagram, and TikTok. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Avoy Unwogu saying thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep your weekend paused with Malachite TV. Jumat Mubarak, and have a fruitful week ahead.